Hello everyone. We have heard about many people who sacrificed their lives in India's freedom struggle. But there are some unsung warriors who contributed in the freedom struggle and also for the country but are not well recognized. Lakshmi Sehgal. Lakshmi Sehgal was a revolutionary of the Indian independence movement, an officer of the Indian National Army and the Minister of Women's Affairs in Azad Hind government. Lakshmi is commonly referred to in India as Captain Lakshmi, a reference to her rank when taken prisoner in Burma during the Second World War. She was one of the founding members of All India Democratic Women's Association in 1981 and led many of its activities and campaigns. Bipin Rawat. General Bipin Rawat was an Indian military officer who was a 4-star general of the Indian Army. He served as the first Chief of Defence Staff of the Indian Armed Force from January 2020 until his death in a helicopter crash in December 2021. In June 2015, 18 Indian soldiers were killed in an ambush by militants belonging to the United Liberation Front of Western Southeast Asia in Manipur. The Indian Army responded with cross-border strikes in which units of the 21st Battalion of Parachute Regiment struck an NSCNK base in Myanmar. 21 Para was the under operational control of the Dimapur Base 3 Corps, which was then commanded by Bipin Rawat. Aruna Asaf Ali. Aruna Asaf Ali was an Indian educator, political activist, and publisher born on 16 July 1909 in Kalka, Punjab, into a Bengali Brahmin family. She is widely known and remembered for hoisting the Indian national flag at Gwalior Tank Maidan, Bombay during Quit India movement in 1942. Aruna became a member of Indian National Congress after marrying Asaf Ali. In 1932, she was held prisoner at Tihar jail where she protested for indifferent treatment of political prisoners by launching hunger strike. On 8 August 1942, the government arrested the major Congress leaders due to the Quit India resolution passed by the Congress. Young Aruna Asaf Ali presided over the remainders of session on 19 August and hoisted the Congress flag at Gwalior Tank Maidan. Aruna was dubbed as the heroine of 1942 movement and was called Grand Old Lady of Independence movement in her later years. Captain Nikizaku Kangaroos. Captain Kangaroos MVC was a 25-year-old Indian Army officer from Nerema, Nagaland. Kangaroos was an officer of 2 Rajputana rifles who was awarded the Mahavir Chakra, India's second highest gallantry award, for his exemplary valor in combat during 1999 Kargil War. On June 28, 1999, at Lone Hill Dras sector as the commander of Ghatak platoon, he was assigned as the task to evict Pakistani soldiers holding a machine gun post at Black Rock, being inspired by the renowned headhunters Peril, who was his great-grandfather. Kangaroos climbed 16,000 feet at minus 10 degrees Celsius barefoot and killed 2 infiltrators with his rifle and another 2 enemies in a hand-to-hand combat despite being shot in his abdomen. Captain Kangaroos is one of the top 15 decorated soldiers and officers of Kargil War. Ajit Doval. Ajit Doval joined Indian Police Service in 1968 in the Kerala cadre as the ASP of Kottayam district. He was posted in Northeast India and Pakistan for 7 years each. He was actively involved in anti-insurgency operations in Punjab. Doval worked in Thalassery, Kerala for a few months in 1972 before joining the Central Service. He was one of the 3 negotiators in the release of passengers from 1C to 81A in Kandahar in 1999. He has the experience of being involved in the termination of all 15 hijacks of Indian Airlines aircraft from 1971 to 1999. In the headquarters, he had IBS operations wings over for a decade and was founder chairman of Multi-Agency Center as well as the Joint Task Force on Intelligence. Sam Manekshaw, Field Marshal Shamsherji, Hormuzji, Franji, Jamshedji Manekshaw, was born on 3rd April 1974, which is also known as Sam Bahadur. Sam the Brave was the first Indian Army officer to be promoted to the 5-star rank of Field Marshal. His distinguished military career spanned 4 decades and 5 wars, beginning with the service in the British Indian Army Staff of the Indian Army in 1969, and under his command, Indian forces conducted victorious campaigns against Pakistan in the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971 that led to the liberation of Bangladesh in December 1971. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.